teenagers just ruin your shit. Inadvertently cock block. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we're back with another reaction to Cobra Kai. We are finally on to season 4. After going through a rewatch of all the previous 3 seasons. I had watched them before. However, I just, I breezed through them. It had been a long time. And I just figured since I did want to react to season 4, I would just go through a rewatch of all the seasons, which I actually really enjoyed because it helped me to get my mind refreshed on the whole storyline and pick up probably a lot of things that I missed the first time around because I kind of binged them the first time. So I am very much looking forward to season 4 now because this is the fresh season. Fresh eyes. I've not seen any of this yet, so it's new territory, which I'm very excited for. I am ready to jump into this season. So ready, like weeks ready. So I'm going to do that. But before I do, if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. I hope that you like what you see. And if you do, that you'll hit that thumbs up button because it helps a lot with the algorithm, which helps me out a lot. And I appreciate it deeply. And if you really like it, then maybe you'll hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when I do all the reactions to this show. I also do a lot of other really fun shows. So maybe you'll stick around and you'll like it here. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please go ahead and do that. Join the fam. We'd love to have you. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the first episode of season 4 right about now. And who's this cultured soul with really dry hair? Unknown. Don't answer it. Spam. Scammer.
Long time.
That's about the right way that you respond to Kreese. Always. Hang up. That's what Johnny should have done 2 seasons ago.
Begin what
Yeah.
exactly?
Yeah, you guys didn't talk about a lesson plan?
But rivalries don't need to last forever.
Amen.
There's only one way we're going to be able to beat them.
By kicking their asses so hard, they shit themselves. Wow. You gotta take things to the next level.
Look at Sam's face like, Dad?
We are going to respond to what they do.
Eagles do not respond.
What?
They swoop down and take whatever they want.
Oh, no.
And that's what we're gonna do.
I knew this was gonna happen. I just didn't think it would happen so soon.
We bite first.
Okay, let's just warm up with some simple
Right.
exercises.
This is why you guys should have met beforehand and talked about a lesson plan.
Front kick, ready? Hi-ya!
Shit, dude, I'm sorry.
Really? The Asian kid again? Leave him alone.
Any defense? Best defense is more offense.
That's right. Junior's tired of being kicked around.
Spanking new. Get all the cans out of there.
Oh,
Any
gross.
It belongs to me.
I know, Daniel's like, you repulse me. Seriously, ma'am, what is your issue with Sam?
But I am not going to be a pawn in this bet that you made with my dad and Mr. LaRusso.
Is his brain still working? Robbie?
You've got even more talent than your father. You just need to show it to the world.
The manipulation tactics.
Win or lose, that reputation will follow you the rest of your life. Ask your father and LaRusso.
Mostly only Daniel. People don't really talk about Johnny anymore because he got kicked in the face.
This new alarm system sucks. You should have sprung for the one with facial recognition.
This kid is growing so fast. I can't. It is amazing how much that little boy has grown. I mean, I know it's been 4 years, but still.
Cobra Kai shits ought to be locked up.
I agree.
Especially that Tory psycho.
Exactly.
Anyone deserves no mercy, it's her.
Woo!
If you would have told me a year ago that our family's safety depended on winning a karate tournament, I would have thought you were joking.
I would have moved. Period.
So how did it go with Captain Eagle Claw?
You know what? At least we haven't beat each other up yet.
Hey!
Progress.
That's what I'm saying. We take the baby steps. Sam, I need you to leave Robbie alone.
There's fajitas and grilled vegetables. I have pico de gallo and corn and flour.
Look at Grandma like you. Look at you and your pronunciation. Okay, boo.
Just like the old country.
No, no, no.
Gracias.
Oh my God, mango salsa. But you know what? He cooked. And it's not bologna.
I mean, I'm not the only one who's getting back together with an ex, huh, Sensei? He had a date with the love of his life. The one that got away?
Sorry. I love how teenagers just ruin your shit. inadvertently cock block.
Okay, I don't know why he's being shy right now.
Woo!
We went to the sushi spot because
Miguel,
I like
stop!
sushi, so we thought. So
Stop! Flames! Mayday! Mayday! But hey, y'all didn't tell him, so.
I think we should give it some time.
She's salty. But I also don't think they should rush into anything either. Y'all had a little sex, that's all. But also, if you guys don't feel comfortable telling Miguel about it yet, probably not good to rush. Miguel, yo! We gotta talk to you about that kind of stuff. You don't talk, even if you didn't know, you don't just talk about another man's woman business in front of another woman, you know? Aren't you trespassing? Didn't someone hang up on you? God, he's like a rash. He just keeps coming up.
I'm not here to cause any trouble.
Then why are you on my property?
Well, any friend of Terrence is a friend of mine.
Nope.
Hi.
Not the kind of friend you want.
How about a mimosa?
How about two?
Ooh.
See, what you should have done, Terrence, is say, actually, this is a psychotic man who saved my life once, but then ruined it. And I want him out of my life now. Much like Johnny, Terry's going to regret it.
I thought we were stronger working together.
We're still working together.
Just separately. Opposite ends of the dojo. All right, Eagles.
Mom and Dad are already separated. Jeez, it's only the second lesson.
You're supposed to have someone.
Speaking of bad rashes that won't go away.
I don't remember seeing you at the fight.
What were you even thinking? That you'd break into the LaRussos
Exactly.
and hurt Sam and then everything would be sunshine and roses? You're lucky the LaRussos didn't call the cops.
It's true.
If you're gonna stay on defense, this isn't the right dojo for you.
It's true. Run away. Screaming, Robbie. Look at her. Do you want to be like her?
It's a vegan tofu skewer. Totally organic. Just,
Why do they keep crapping on vegans in this show? Not all vegan food is dry and looking like that, okay? At least get good vegan food.
So I figured, why not create an app where kids in places like Ohio, for example, can learn it for themselves?
The way she said it like it's some foreign country, like, or something.
You can leave it for a while, but it never really leaves you.
Can you leave? Why not just send him? Why does no one just send Crease away? It's not that hard.
Breathe out.
Johnny?
Don't be a pussy. Punch him in the face.
Try not to be distracted.
It's kind of hard.
Why, you think I'm gonna break it?
Well,
You already broke a door, and you stole Mr. Miyagi's medal. And you beat the shit out of me. Hey, look, I'm really sorry about all that.
yeah, it's gonna take some time. This is not gonna be easy. There are consequences to actions, and this is one of them.
I don't know where I fit in here.
Well, what did you expect? You've burned bridges with pretty much everyone here.
Daniel, hothead.
Hey, don't disrespect my dojo in front of your students.
Don't tell me how to run my class. I'll run my class around. I'll do whatever the hell I want.
I know what you're doing.
Lasted a whole day.
Forget it, kid. Take down Cobra Kai on our own.
Yeah, okay. With what, 8 students?
Even though they're complete opposites, they made it work, and it was only because someone had to reach out first. That was Apollo.
Why can't LaRusso be Apollo?
Striking first is more badass.
Ooh, finesse. Well done. You tried, Miggy. It's only so much you can do.
No matter how difficult it may be.
I don't know if this is a good idea, Sam.
All right.
Especially since, well, I mean, I guess you do kind of, I don't know. This is weird because she doesn't really owe him an apology, but.
But believe me, I never stopped caring about you.
Never stopped caring about Miguel either.
And?
No.
Those are mutually exclusive?
There's nothing complicated about it. It's a choice and you chose.
Facts.
And he chose to become a drunk loser who still hasn't figured out his own life. And now he wants to make up for lost time so he can feel better about himself.
All facts.
It's not gonna happen.
All facts.
If you could just come back, it'd really help bring everybody together. It's all that I want.
That's not about Robbie.
You're not getting what you want.
Oh!
Just remember, this was your choice.
I don't know if that was the right answer. I think if I were her, I just would have said, just know that you have a place if you want to come back. I mean, obviously, he's got to, not do anything too crazy. But, I mean, yeah, like I said, that was just weird because she doesn't really owe Robbie an apology because, like I said, they weren't really together fully and it was very messy. But, yeah, I think Robbie's just a ball of rage right now and it's sadly very justified. I just hope he doesn't hurt too many people before he realizes that it's not going to help him.
Do you remember when we got back from Nam?
The difference is that Terrence is trying to live in 2022, whereas you are still living in the 60s.
I need a partner. And the only other person who knows how to teach Cobra Kai is you. What do you say?
I wish you'd say no, but I know you won't.
I thought I could conquer the world.
You were a jackass.
I was so hopped up on cocaine.
It's true.
Revenge.
That laugh.
Got my ass into therapy. Found clarity.
And look where he lives now.
Turns out you disappearing was the best thing that ever happened to me.
See the theme? How people have thrived once you go away. I wish I could believe this was the end, but as soon as you let Kreese in the door, you know something bad's gonna happen.
I'm sorry for interrupting your class today. No, don't apologize. It shows weakness.
Oh my God, apologizing is not weak. It takes so much strength to be humble.
It is time that you officially join Miyagi-Do.
Wait, what? Why the hell should I join you?
We were doing so good. They even drink the same. It's so annoying. You both are so similar. And why does it have to be joining one or the other? Why can't you forge a new path?
Hawk! Is that a sledgehammer?
That was a sledgehammer. I don't trust Hawk.
If any of you can land a hit, I'll go.
All right.
Cocky. Not gonna lie, kind of hot. How dare you use Daniel's teachings in this dojo? But sadly, he's the ultimate weapon because he actually is going to merge both styles, unlike the two of them who haven't figured it out yet. And that's exactly why Cobra Kai might win this damn tournament. Gross. It's okay, you can punch a girl in the face this time. Just this once.
I'll go.
No.
Ew.
Stay.
No. I can't. I feel bad for Robbie. I don't like it, but I understand it. It's just gonna feel gross all season long. Like wearing underwear that's 2 sizes too small.
Mr. Miyagi just used this area for extra storage, but a new deck would mean a lot more room for training.
We're all gonna help build it.
See how the kids are more mature than the both of you? They can figure it out. Even Hawk realized he had to eat his own dog. You know what? Good for you, Hawk. See, this is what happens, Johnny. When you make a mistake and you screw up and you burn bridges, you do the work. You do the work.
That's why I'm gonna teach you Miyagi-Do karate. So we can beat Miyagi-Do karate.
Okay.
They're warmed up for you, Sensei.
Robbie. I saw this coming, though, unfortunately. What is it? Does red wine make you angry? Apparently it does. See, it makes you wonder, like, here Kreese is clearly doing well, like, at least secularly. I mean, I'm not saying he's clearly not okay if he still feels like something is missing, but the fact that he's actually thinking about jeopardizing all of that just because it feels good to kick something lets you know how broken these people are. All right, guys, that was the first episode of season 4, and wow, I mean, it was good. It was good. I really liked seeing that, like I said, I knew it wasn't going to be smooth sailing, that Daniel and Johnny were not going to just kumbaya and be perfectly fine now that they're working together. They still have a lot of history and a lot of stubbornness, but I don't think the history is really I don't think it's the big factor anymore, the way it was in the previous seasons. I do think they've let go of a lot of the animosity, because a lot of it was around the whole Allie situation and what happened 30 years ago. But I think, like I said, in the last season, they kind of worked that out. And I think that there isn't that same level of, the vitriol isn't quite the same anymore. Like you even when they were arguing about, the different styles of teaching, it wasn't the same level as what we saw in the first couple of seasons. So I do think a lot of that aggression and anger has left, but they are still very different people in the way they handle certain situations. And they just kind of need to, as I said before, understand that they're different and appreciate that, and then work with what they can, the advantages of both of those differences, if that makes sense. Like, they both have good things in the way that they were taught, in their training, in the way they do karate. They need to look at those and stop looking at all the differences and how they don't like them. And that's what we saw the kids do, right? The kids kind of move past all the drama, but we're going to get to the kids in a minute because they're a really good example. But yeah, it was interesting to see that the two of them are clashing once again, which I understood. But of course they were clashing because they're both trying to do things their own way still. And that's not the whole point of joining, is that you have to create an amalgamation, right? You have to be together. There has to be togetherness. Otherwise, you're just two people who are still on the opposing sides of, the fence, so to speak, who are fighting in the same area, right? So they just need to find the new middle ground, the path, the melange, if you will, the mix that they need to kind of figure out where Miyagi-Do's strengths work with Cobra Kai's strengths, or, some level of Cobra Kai strengths, to make a new shiny thing. Now, I mean, of course, the name thing I think is huge too, and Daniel went to him and said, let's, you can join Miyagi-Do. It doesn't have to be a thing of like one has to give up the other, right? That's what both of them don't want to do, is give up their teachings, because they both have very sentimental and emotional reasons for holding on to their way of being taught. But they need to figure out something new. The same way that Johnny decided to call it Eagle Fang because it needed to be something new. This can't be Miyagi-Do. This can't be Eagle Fang. It's got to be something new. And that's what they kind of have to learn. And like I said, with the kids, they figured it out, right? We saw, of course, Sam and Miguel really being the pioneers of this, trying to recognize that there's differences in each, but appreciate them, and and figure out the best way to navigate them together. And the fact that their calm attitudes kind of ripple affecting through the kids, thankfully. And I really like that with Eli. I think that the way they handled the situation with him dealing with the fallout of his actions in the last season, he really could have gotten upset and decided to go running back to Kreese, right? The Eli of season 1 probably would have done that. Or season 2 especially, I would have said. But he is trying to be better. And, like the kids brought out to him that unfortunately, like, even though he apologized, which was genuine, people aren't going to forget, right? He did, just because Dimitri is amazing in forgiving you for breaking his arm, which, like I said, even I don't know if I would have gotten over that so quickly. Other people were terrorized by you quite a bit. And, for you to just show up one day and say that you're different now and let's forget about it, like, you got to prove to people that they can trust you, right? That's the thing with trust. Very, very easy to break, but super hard to build again. So this is what he's got to do. He's just got to do the work, show them that he really has changed through his actions and being consistently there and repeatedly showing them that he's not going to do the old things again. He's not going to fall back into old patterns. That's really what Daniel and Johnny have to do. They have to continue to work together and prove that they're on board and that they are really going to work together and change and be better. And this is also a huge lesson for Johnny, that if he really wanted Robbie to believe that he's trying to be different and that he wants to be there, he needs to consistently show that to Robbie by showing up no matter what he says, no matter how angry he gets, no matter what he hurls at him, because that's the one thing Johnny's never done, is stuck around and just dealt with the harsh consequences. Sadly, like I said, with Robbie, I understand why he's doing what he's doing. Like I said, I don't agree with it. I think he's making a huge mistake. He is clearly in with, literally with a nest of vipers. And he just doesn't trust anyone right now, quite frankly. All of this, I don't think he really believes in this Cobra Kai thing. He doesn't really want to beat Miyagi-Do. He's just angry. He feels hurt. He feels like this new family that he started to trust and open up to again, being Daniel and Sam, he feels like they turned on him. Daniel for turning him in, and then now kind of backing off of him since he's been spending time with Kreese. And then, of course, Sam for going back to her ex, although, like I said, if he was really paying attention, he would have known Sam was never actually over Miguel. But anyway, so he just wants to hurt them because he's hurt. And that's what hurt people do. They hurt other people. And now that Johnny is working with them, for him, it just feels like once again, Johnny has chosen somebody else over Robbie. And so like I said, I still feel bad for him. It hurts. It sucks to see him do these things that are so hurtful, but I understand it. And it's been a long time coming. If Daniel and Johnny both care about him like they say they do, they need to stick by him. They need to take an example out of Eli and really show Robbie that they're there, that no matter how much he pushes back, even if he decides to go all in with Kreese and do stupid stuff, that they're still going to be there and they still care about him and they're still ready for him to come back when he's ready to get his head on straight. But we saw at the end there that he's ready to start teaching the kids what he learned at Miyagi-Do, which is exactly what Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang should be doing right now is amalgamating their lessons. But the nice thing is, I mean, Robbie is one person. He's very smart, and I do think he's going to teach them some pretty amazing stuff, and unfortunately a lot of counters to the Miyagi stuff. But we already know that Daniel's not taught all the kids all that he knows. He didn't even get a chance to get into the nitty-gritty with Robbie yet. And I think that he's going to have to dig a little deeper this time around to get into some of the other stuff that he hasn't even shown Sam. They're both going to have to dig deep, both him and Johnny, and they're going to have to forge a new path that's completely original, because that's the only way they're going to beat Cobra Kai now, because Cobra Kai is going to have both of those old teachings, Miyagi, old school, Cobra Kai, old school, mixed together. And so they're going to have to come up with a new school. Otherwise, they're going to lose at the All Valley. So I'm looking forward to it. It's set up the season quite nicely. This is a great season opener. I enjoyed it greatly. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next video.